Yeah, visually it would be nice if when I move Jeff, it would show the moved power right away. Definitely feels like it should be the case. It's definitely a mental load thing you shouldn't have to have as a player that you currently do. Nor Dimension is better for us than them, I think. Because their deck fills the board anyways, and ours does not. Power Jins here, and then we'll get to Hawk to get into kill next turn.
Clear for takeoff.
Well, am I playing Bishop? So Bishop gets one bigger for every card played after him. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots in total remaining. So I guess this is 6 power. So yes, we want to play him. I do this, and then next turn I have 8 energy, which is plenty. I definitely want more than 6. So that's happening, so we can trigger Elsa across our locations. They don't have any bonuses. Their Ultron isn't good. Yeah. Victory. Just seems bad for them. They're gonna deploy some combination of like Sage, Medusa, US Agent. I think when I have Kitty and Dusa here, I just bast on one. I think there's reasons to wait a lot of the time, but this is not one of them. Snap. Squirrels are good for their Patriot, but like their board is pretty their deck is pretty space hungry, so it can be clunky for some of their other stuff they're looking to set up. I'm gonna prioritize making Kitty bigger here. It's a little bit resource inefficient. Like I could go 2 into 2-1, but I think I want to just have Kitty as large as possible. Is a pretty solid hub card. It's a good hub card, but it notably makes it makes my prioritizing Kitty strength a little bit worse because now I have more stuff to use my energy on. Yeah, unironically, I think part of what's his name being worse in the metagame, Shang, is related to US Agent existing now. agent, looking to get juiced up in the middle. Although I guess wherever I agent, I can't. I need to not cull wherever I'm agenting. This Cull Obsidian is plus 15 in the middle, which gets us to 12. And then Sage Center will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 at least. How did you guys agent impact Shing's performance? Because it fills a similar role. Blue Marvel plus Mystique gets them potentially to 20 over here. Oh, just hope. Well, that's really good for us. So I need to be plus 4 in the middle. And I need to beat plus 4 on the left. I guess in theory they could Ultron here and get plus 6 on the left. Is this game winning? This is plus 14, plus 18 here for 25. And then Sage is just like freaking huge in the middle. Yeah, that's the play. How big is Sage over here? Sage over here. Actually, would I rather have Sage over here? Because 12 is plenty in the middle. Yeah, it gets me to 44. Over here, Sage would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is 14, 44. They get to 42 with Blue Marvel or 40 with Onslaught. Yeah, we beat Onslaught, we beat Blue Marvel.
Behold my mighty hand.
It's a 12 power Sage, chat.
Victory.
12. That's a 12 power 3-drop. That being said, we might be dead this game. Freaking locations, chat. Holy mercy! Mercy! Oh, I need to draw Snow Guard real bad. A hostile workplace environment here. That's fine. We spewed 4 cubes to start this round, miscounting something, and then we have 2 more shots if we lose this one, so not super worried about it. Okay, so assuming they fill every location, they have 6 power in the center. It's not that much, all things considered. There's a lovely lady. There's a lovely lady. The question now, do I do this? Think so? So Onslaught on the right gives them +7, +6, +13 up to 22. I don't think we can beat that. I think we're just torched here, unfortunately. It's a tough batch of locations. Probably could have won one of these two. I don't think we could win with both of them. Yeah, they had a good Iron Lead hit too, is also accurate, but I don't think that was. I think the locations were the make or break there for sure. That's right. Like I said, we got 2 more shots here. Not a big deal. Thanks for hanging out, Hack Mage. Appreciate it. We have Nocturne, White Widow, or US Agent. I think US Agent is the hardest to replace card out of all those ones you just listed. Havoc! Yeah, maybe we're supposed to Havoc them. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe we're just supposed to cheese it. Justice for Viper. Yep. Someday they'll put her back, gamers. Someday. If I do this and I win the draw, I get 2 from Snowguard. Kitty comes back. I draw cards. We'll still miss a draw. I think I need to split where Angela and Bishop are for the sake of splitting my points. Having all my points. Yeah, I didn't play Marvel Snap I Cast Little Zebo feature location day, so I wasn't locked into my brain that this is the toxic thing you're supposed to do. We do this, and then next turn we have Havoc, Sage, Kitty Prime. It takes about 5,000 credits to get a key, Eric, is the number. I completely agree. Actually, I was talking about this on stream the other day. I actually think Castle Zebo is a good example of Second Dinner's range in their recent location designing. One of Second Dinner's big level up moments, in my opinion, was them realizing that they needed to print soft location lock, meaning they needed to create locations where your players are discouraged from playing there early, but not actively prevented from doing so. Things like Castle Zemo and the Krakoa redesign both show this. All right, if they onslaught here, they gain 8 over here up to 25. I guess there's a wasp I have to play around. Does this beat 1, 2, 3, 4? This would be 8. And this is 7. And this is 8, 7, 15, 19. Yeah, I think this beats them most of the time. Ultron Right is also a lot of power. Ultron Right's only +10. I think we're definitely beating +10, yeah? I'm at 7, or I'm at 11, 15, 22. Yeah, I think we're north of 30. I think we're beating combinations of Ultron and Onslaught here. Is it worth fighting the Brood lane? I mean, I have a ton of stats there, so yes, I think so.
Behold my mighty hand.
I'm honestly really impressed with this deck's power output. I was not expecting to consistently be breaking 20 and 30, and Sage has definitely been instrumental in helping us break 20 and 30. Kind of impressed, gamers, not going to lie. Bastable cards are the absolute best. Yep. Agree. Best way to enjoy Marvel Snap, bastable cards. Ah, Saber-tooth boosters. Ain't nobody need those. Let's see what the queue time's like for gold this morning. Maybe we can burn these tickets. Speaking of locations that are soft discouraging you from play. My deck doesn't have a lot of big things, so I think I'm just jeffing here. God, this is terrible for us. Unironically, I might just leave. This is not good, and all of our hits here are bad.
Escape.
You have any deck recommendations for Legion? So, Legion's just kind of like a good tech card that you can play at the top of most Marvel Snap decks. If Krakoa was mid, would Medusa give +5? Yes. What if Snap had a vanilla week? I don't even, what would that mean? What is a vanilla week?
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
I'm gonna snap back on getting to clone my Elsa. Oh, you mean like every location is not a location? That would be awful. Actually some of the worst Marvel Snap you could ever possibly play. Gamers regularly think location variance is bad, when in reality, location variance is very fucking good. Please don't get rid of it. You're not as good at Marvel Snap as you think you are. It's not the location variance holding you back. It's so sad that cloning vats move, so I don't get a 9 power Jeff the Baby Land Shark back to my hand. Copied Jeff would have been sick. Probably still in a position to win the game here, but would have been fun to have a second big Jeff. Havoc, thanks for jamming through to level 30 in Strike Force. Appreciate the support. So, with Jeff at the center here, do we actually just punt mid? Like, can I do that? Is that legal? Oh, I'd have to play the real Mysterio here if I do this way, right? No, because we drew Kitty. What does Kitty have to do with that? On the right side here, I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. Does Sage get us over the top middle? There's also a world... There's also a world where Jeff is supposed to go on the left, on the right, maybe? It's close. I might be wrong. I think I'm supposed to bail in the middle. They might not be playing here, and it might be right for me to...
Knowledge is power.
Oh, we beat that. Cool. Counted 16 on the right, yeah. So, something that actually surprised me that I didn't think was gonna happen, Snuggle Bear, thank you for the almost 5 years. I actually didn't realize that it was gonna put a Mysterio in the center. Because the Jeff was technically there when I put the Mysterio on the board. So I'm a little surprised that that popped up. That's good to know for the future. It's interesting.
Victory.
I don't own Sage. Would you say she plays similar to Wolfsbane? I mean, no. I know it's difficult for a lot of gamers, but like, really, I would heavily encourage you to stop trying to draw comparisons between things that just aren't the same. Just please, please, please don't. So, Bear can cheese the middle. I kind of want to play into here. I think. To kill their Nebula. I think with Angela... Oh, they're playing that there, sure. Well, that makes things more complicated. Or does it? I could do this and then I could do this. Yeah. Fight laser. Something that I think is very true in Marvel Snap is I think in general, people underrate cards that interact with locations. Snow Guard, Nocturne, Legion. It's much easier to complain about location variants than it is to be like, hey, maybe I should be playing those cards. Jeff, my grocer is sold out of mangoes. Can I replace them with bananas in this smoothie? You can, but then it will no longer be a mango smoothie. Stopping these from sliding because I think they're gonna play here, so the slide is profitable for them. Yeah, nice mojo. Stop making Sage look appealing. I honestly was not expecting a lot from this deck today, and I have been very impressed with it. If they Spectrum, they go up to 22 here. I'm gaining 5, 7, up to 21, and then US Agent does -4 here. And if they have Luke Cage to stop Spectrum, or to stop US Agent, then they're not Spectruming, and I just win with stats.
Knowledge is power.
If you're missing US Agent, the closest thing you could replace it with is like Maximus in most decks, but like in this deck, for example, Maximus isn't a replacement. This card doesn't have something that replaces it in a shell like this. In a non-Bast deck, I would tell you to play Maximus, but in this deck, it has to be US Agent because you can't Bast Maximus. He is unique in that he's a 2 energy card that you could best. Alright, gamers, I'm picking up what this deck is putting down. We're definitely gonna finish out the Gold Conquest with it after a word from these adverts. We'll see you in 120 seconds. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. BRB, gamers. Yes, I'm going to stream Rivals at the end today, and I have some keys to give out for it.
Oh, snap.
Pedal for a little bit. I've been live for 90 minutes. I haven't pedaled yet. I was 50-50 on Sage, but between this and Mr. Negative, the card slots into all my favorite things. The Sage has definitely moved up higher on my Jeff scale the more I've played with it. Hey Jeff, I just noticed we have a bunch of viewers on YouTube, but only 35 like button pressers. I just have a hard time finding the button, dude. Like, I'm sure it really stresses their personal relationships at times. The Jeff scale. The Jeff scale is the most subjective card evaluation scale in Marvel Snap. It is based purely on how much I personally enjoy playing the card and how likely it is to go into decks that I build in the future. It's subjective, yep. Hey, Dolphish, thank you for the Baker's Dozen. Welcome back. Dusa and Blackstone in the center is big game. What do you think of Rivals? Rivals seems very reasonable. It does a good job of accomplishing its goal of being a team fighter that you play with Marvel heroes. Do I just play this here for stats? I might just play this here for stats. I'm gonna put the Bast in the Marie Island too. I'm gonna play this here to try and keep Castle Blackstone on lock. Oh, they took our Snow Guard, so they're gonna have the choice on whether or not Mindscape happens. This game is interesting. I kind of want to just do this. I kind of want to just do this to get my hand empty in case they decide to, Yes, it is. It is setting up a good Sage lane on the right. Is accurate. And now here's the part where there's no way they hand me 7 cards, right? Just like 0% chance. Never in a million years do they not. Do they not? I'm gonna be greedy and hold the Sage, I think. I think there's actual no chance they don't Snow Guard Hawk here to stop the Mindscape. And if they don't, they like give me a handful of cards that I have an Elsa in play and I'm still probably fine. Three, four, one. 3, 4, 1 Sages. God, can you believe this card, chat? Who thinks this card is playable? 3, 4, 1. It's only 9 points for 3 energy. I can't even play it with Bast. Only get 9 points for 3 energy. Trash. Throw it away. I actually don't know how big their Kitty Pride is. We might... Actually, pause. Am I supposed to play this middle to play around Kitty Shang? If we get Shanged in the center, it's... up to 11 and then -1. Yeah, I think I Kitty Pride center to play... No, actually, it doesn't play around Shang because of Elsa. Ooh, we might lose to Kitty Shang here. Their Kitty is 6, so they'd go to 17. If their Kitty's 6, we're winning, yeah? Because I'm going to 9 + 2 for my Elsa here.
Victory.
I have 7 keys and every card except Howard. Should I open for Sage or hold for future cards? I don't know. Do the future cards look fun for you?
Oh, snap.
I really can't emphasize enough that every Marvel Snap card coming up looks playable, and you should prioritize cards that you think will be fun. Everything looks fun to me. You're just gonna have to make a subjective choice then. Imagine playing a video game for fun. What a fucking casual. Oh, they got my 3-power bishop. That's so brutal. How's this deck compared to the negative Sage deck yesterday? I don't know. I just don't think that's a very good comparison. They're different types of decks. I think it's this, and then I can Angela on the right next turn. Am I Angelaing on the right? Probably not. Definitely playing Jeff in the middle this turn. This could give me information about what they have. And me giving them a Snow Guard Hawkback is not useful. But it was also in the tank that entire time. I guess White Palacing is bad if they would have Loki'd me. It would have given them an extra card. Yeah, that was probably what their tank was. Is did they want to Loki or did they want to just play cards? They drew my Havoc. Interesting. Oh. This gives me 5, 11 more over here, up to 16. They're at 8, but I think they might not expect me to fight for here. Right to leave here. It has been a good match of Marvel Snap. A lot of sequencing choices, locations mattering. It's one of the reasons why it's always so eye-roll inducing to me when people complain about Loki. Because, like, I get that Lokis can be powerful in spots and people hate losing to their own cards. But, like, genuinely, you always play a good game, right? Like, I never walk away from Loki feeling like I got super cheated. It's like I had choices in agency. It's probably wrong to stay here, but I just want to see the game play out. We have infinite gold tickets, so. Are they expecting Jeff to win the left? They haven't generated any random cards, right? Do they have some way to add points on the left? Weird. It must have been a bluff snap, I guess? How does that do against Hela and Tribunal? I would assume that your Hela matchup is hard. Your Tribunal matchup's probably not terrible thanks to US Agent and Snowguard. Ooh, we're close to our gold border. Oh, you know what? Speaking of borders, I forgot to check the Marvel Staff shop for card upgrades this morning. Free boosters are in here. Oh, I forgot to buy this too. Buy that. Red Guardian. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Infinity.
This is my fourth split. We get a little ink action in here. That's fine. He's destined for gold. Shit, I can feel it. He's destined for gold. Yeah, me too, Marty. Is that Red Guardian 1200 gold? I have no idea. Might be a spotlight. Oh, I don't keep track terribly well.
Snap.
Yeah, that was a late snap. That was a spotlight. Okay. Usually if the spotlight's not terrible, I'll have the spotlight. Gonna be sad when you find out that one doesn't work in Conquest, buddy. Well, speaking of Hela, they're a weird build of Hela, but that's what they are. Drawing Bast makes the fact that this got picked a little sad. They also discarded Hela to Moon Knight, by the way, for those that missed it. Losing US Agent when they have Proxima is sad. They have one swarm and then a bunch of random cards.
Opponent snapped.
So this gives me +3 up to 15, +5 up to 20. On the left side, Kitty puts this to 4, and then at a minimum, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. This is 13, plus another 2 on Angela is 15, plus another 2 from Elsa is 17. And if they play anything that's a different cost, she gets up to 19. So I'm adding 19 plus 8. I'm adding 27 over here up to 32. Holy fuck, gamers. And they cut 4 off of her because of the Warhead. I lost the Elsa bonus and I lost the Kitty Pride bonus.
Victory.
This card, and I know this is not like an impressive bar because like Hitmonkey's not very good, but she feels like better Hitmonkey in these decks. She feels like better Hitmonkey. Like these types of decks have wanted to try and play Hitmonkey in the past and it just feels clunky. And her feeling like better Hitmonkey is definitely related to the fact that like she works with Bast better. Like Bast only gives Hitmonkey +1. That was the biggest part of the Hitmonkey nerf when they nerfed it to a 3/2, is that like it became worse with Bast was a big deal.
Opponent snapped.
Unironically, I'm not betting 1 more cube on a Scar against a Hella deck when I have Havoc in hand.
Escaped.
Someone on Twitter said, what's the purpose of Sage if Wolfspade already exists? Listen, you can't help some people, chat. They're unreachable. Fire Eyes, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I saw that tweet and blocked that account. Smart. Zinder, thank you for the 28 months. I appreciate the over 2 years. Welcome back. Could White Widow be a consideration over Medusa for Sage? Yeah, maybe. I can see that being fun. I just have this sick. I don't have a White Widow variant that has hair like this, so for the time being, I would say no. It's a logical Havoc replacement. There really isn't one. Havoc, here's the way I want you to think about Havoc. Like, Havoc is a 2/7 with Bast, and it's a 3/11 with Bast. It is a uniquely powerful effect. And I know that's not how people usually describe Havoc, but he's kind of in a league of his own here. Speaking of being in a league of your own, Kitty Pride on Shuri's lab, am I right? No! Come the fuck on. Fuck you, game. They hit a 1 in 5 to discard their Proxima, and they hit a 1 in 2 to kill my kitty. Not a bag of dicks. And they opened my spotlight caches this week for me, asking the real questions. I guess Elsa as a top deck is a reason to have played Bishop into here last turn. That's a good thought. And then we lost the 1 in 3 to lose Mysterio to Silver Samurai. This seems like a sequencing error on their part. Feels like they should probably Moon Knight and then Ham so they don't risk discarding the pig. I should put Jeff here because when I play 2 cards here, this goes to 8, taking the Monster Metropolis bonus for this, so they'll be at 8 and I'll be at 12. Oh. So despite that immense variance in their favor, we got this one.
Victory.
21 USA boosters. Things you love to see. It. Infinite ticket for the pile.
Snap.
Hand's pretty good. What's more, do I play against Professor X or Secret Hulk activate on 1? Professor X, not close. Not close, no contest, Professor X. I think when you have Angela to Bishop, you're supposed to wait on Kitty to get these going, typically. My first card must be played here each turn. You're not my real mom, Jean Grey. You don't tell me how to live my life. Why do we not play the Infinite League? The Infinite League's only open the last week of the month. Even if we wanted to, you can't play it right now. Only the last week of the season isn't available. I don't know how I want to do this. I think it's this, and then next turn we play these two plus this. Okay, let's assume the real Mysterio is here. They're at 14. This Sage is 2. It'd only be 6, yeah? I guess if I put this here, this would be 5, and then Sage is 8. But this still loses to real Mysterio being here, right? Because it's 0, 2, 3, 4 is 8, 13 to 14. And it's close. I think I'm staying. Early man, cool.
Victory.
Does Elsa help? So the problem with Elsa is that my first card has to play here. So if I wanted to play Elsa with Sage, I would have to go Elsa into Sage here, which isn't particularly helpful. I don't know how you thought that joke was gonna go, Samiz, but... Currently experiencing a hostile workplace environment, chat. Good news, so are they.
Opponent snapped.
There's no way they fill this turn, right? And then next turn I go Angela, Snowguard, Kitty. Only if it's Brood. Yeah, there's no Brood in their deck. For sure. For sure not any copies of Brood. This is the Golden Ladies Gamer. Tis in fact. So next turn, I'll have 9 energy, which I think means I need to play US Agent this turn, unfortunately. It lets them know where to not play their big thing, but I think that's fine. Seems great, yeah. I thunked twice. Thanks for the primer, appreciate it. Casual 12 power Sage. She was impressive in the negative list yesterday. She's been really impressive in this set today. Really, like she's been 9 to 14 in basically every game we've played her out.
Victory.
How big would Wolfsbane have been here? Wolfsbane would have been 3 plus 6. Wolfsbane would have been 3 smaller. So it would have been, no, I didn't best. It would have been 7, 9, no, so it would have been 3 smaller because of the Elsa Bloodstone. After my session today, I would rate Sage very highly on the Jeff scale. And I know that's not the answer many of you want to hear, but it's where I'm at. For those of you that are new to the channel, the Jeff scale is how much I enjoy playing a card and how likely I feel I am to put it in decks in the future. And feeling like that's it's gonna be pretty likely. Snapped a little late here. Sage was a 4-1 with the same text box in the original data mines. Got her in 1 thanks to the peer pressure. Good gambling, gamer. What good gambling? Okay, that was hecka rude. That's fine. There are US agents in the center to mess up their arrow. So we learned in the last game that we played that when you do this with Jeff and Vegeta, Mysterio clone still gets placed in the center, which is perfect. I'm pretty sure Jace knew about Nocturne getting hit. They just didn't really have an option because they can't put a second 4 over here and get the Marvel bonus.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Jace understands the game really well.
Victory.
Is there anything more peak Twitch chat than someone saying, now that I've read and understand the card, is it just a better version of this other thing that it's not just a better version of? Like, one of the things that this isn't a Marvel Snap exclusive thing, it's just a card gamers thing. Just like, please, for the love of God, gamers, like, normalize acknowledging that two things can be different without being slightly better or slightly worse than, without being strictly better, strictly worse than each other. Sage is different from Wolfsbane. She has a higher ceiling and a lower floor, so she can get bigger, but she's not strictly better by any means. They're different cards that have different sequencing and deck building considerations. This list really impressed me. The Sage was just like consistently double digits or real close. US Agent continues to be one of the best cards in Marvel Snap. It's also worth noting that, like, you don't have to sell me too hard on a deck that's playing Havoc, Angela, Kitty Pryde, Elsa, Bishop. These are all Marvel Snap cards that I love. This is for the deck that you're currently playing. I feel like I owe you, Marty. I had this loosely in my mind before Sage released, and then I kind of wrote it off as like probably not worthwhile. And I'm so glad that you posted in the Discord and it made us come back around to it. Really, really lovely.